Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Katie, and this is The Housewife Did It.
Bonus edition. Welcome to our YouTube only bonus episode. It is in the cryptids and mysteries category, but this is our first ghost story. And I have to say, I'm surprised I'm telling it because I hate ghost stories.
Scary.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what drew me to this story. But here we go. In Oh, sorry, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. In 1874, Julius and Louise Voelcker invited a family friend, Helena Faust, to stay at their home in New Braunfels, Texas, while her husband Wilhelm stayed at the Magnolia Hotel in Seguin, Seguin, Sequin, Sequence dress, Seguin, on business.
Go for it.
What I've said it every way, so
Surely something was close.
yeah. Wilhelm and Julius Volker. Wilhelm was a pharmacist. That's how they knew each other. And his wife had stayed with the Volkers. The crispy R. Stayed with the Volkers several times before. In fact, she had a routine when she stayed with the family. She would sleep on the floor of their 12-year-old daughter's room while the daughter, Emma, slept in her own bed. So they knew. They were like, yeah, you come stay, sleep on Emma's floor, per usual. Normal. Little did the family know that Wilhelm Faust was not actually sleeping in the Magnolia Hotel that night. You see, Wilhelm had grown tired of his wife and had fallen in love with her sister.
Awesome.
Yeah. The only way he could be with her was to get rid of his wife. So that night, he rode on horseback to New Braunfels, axe in hand. He entered the home and went straight to Emma's bedroom where he knew his wife would be asleep on the floor where she always was. He raised the axe over his head and struck it down at the figure sleeping on the ground, killing Emma instantly. For some reason, on the night of July 22nd, they had switched places. Emma offered to sleep on the floor while her guest slept in her bed. So, when Wilhelm had tried to strike his wife with the axe, he had actually killed 12-year-old Emma Voelcker.
Wow.
Realizing who he had killed, Wilhelm also hit Helena on the bed in the face with the axe. She lived, but was blind for the rest of her life. After Emma and Helena had both been attacked, Faust was startled by a noise and fled on his horse. When Faust received news of the attack on his wife and the murder of 12-year-old Emma, he was reportedly disinterested and refused to participate in the search for the killer. Just tell him it was you. Just say,
I know where he is.
Might as well. There's no difference between saying I don't want to find my wife's killer and I am my wife's killer.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, he was pretty much immediately considered a suspect. He went on trial where he admitted to several other murders. So he was a serial killer.
Awesome.
Great. In October of 1875, he was convicted for the murder of Emma Voelcker and, much to the dismay of locals, was sentenced to life in prison.
Why is it to their dismay?
They wanted him dead.
Oh, I see. Okay.
A crowd formed at the Como County Jail, and an attempt was made to lynch Wilhelm Faust. For his safety, Faust
They tried
was
to lynch him inside the prison.
I think it was right outside. I don't know.
How big is they going to get him?
I don't know because it was the 1870s.
Yeah.
For his safety, Faust was moved to the old Como County Courthouse, but on July 28, 1876, Faust was shot through the window of his jail cell by an unknown gunman and was killed. Interestingly, Helena Faust never believed her husband was responsible for Emma's death or her blindness. She said he didn't do it.
Helena.
He said, "Yes, I did." And she said, "No."
Mm-mm.
That's devotion. Fast forward to
Her
March of
sister didn't
2013.
want to say he did. Her sister didn't want to be like, I think he did.
Yeah. Fast forward to March of 2013, the Magnolia Hotel, where Wilhelm Faust did end up sleeping that night after he returned, um, had become one of the most endangered properties in the state of Texas and was purchased by a local historian, Erin Getty, and her husband Jim in order to restore and reopen it. When contractors began restoration on the Frontier Hotel, they quickly began to experience strange happenings on the property. Over time, they would learn that 13 spirits are attached to the hotel. Now they think it's over 15, but including that of Emma Voelcker. It is believed that when Faust fled the Voelcker house, Emma's unsettled spirit attached itself to him, and he brought it back to the Magnolia Hotel, where it remains today, the spirit of an innocent child who was deprived of the opportunity to rest in peace. I think this is what I find crazy is I'm like, how did she get there? She died in another town.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why I'm so interested in this.
She said, I'm coming with you, sir.
Yeah.
You are not
Um,
escaping me.
they believe that that his spirit is there too, even though he didn't die there either. Um, so let's get into the supernatural experiences guests have with Emma. People report an odd smell in the room where William Faust stayed, as well as a shadowy figure in the window. Emma is believed to play in the hallway, flickering lights on and off and bouncing a ball that guests can hear but cannot see. There's a room in the hotel filled with toys, and a video is featured on the hotel's website with a caption reading, quote, "This is the children's room on the bottom floor. Watch as our sweet spirit Emma twirls her way into the room." As she enters, you look like you look like you can't breathe.
I don't think I was breathing. I was thinking, I'm so sorry. I'm okay. I was thinking about the
You're preparing
Orpheum.
to have to watch the video.
No, I was thinking about my
Oh,
experience
yeah.
at the Orpheum, and it actually just occurred to me because my husband does not believe in ghosts, and I have spent years trying to like explain to him that they are real, but he's always said, well, unless you have like an actual experience, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't, and now I'm like,
Yes, I do. It's a good one too.
I do, and now I can't
Uh,
breathe.
sorry. So she twirls into the room. As she enters, her favorite ladybug ball and her new REM pods begin to roll.
For what?
Then REM pods, it's the like ghost speaker things.
Oh, sure.
Then she heads over to the dress in the corner, making the hem raise. Watch in the left corner of the room when her guardian, Miss Reed, enters as a shadow figure to join her. I almost fucking threw up when I watched this video because I thought that they meant like everything kind of cutesy, like, oh, everything's moving. No, there's a fucking figure in this video. So we're gonna watch it.
The
It's really
actual
short.
the actual bonus episode you're here for is Katie having a panic attack on YouTube. Okay, can you play it again?
Hmm.
I couldn't watch all the things.
Yeah, you have to watch like for each individual. So you see,
Does the
like
sh- did I see the shadow end anywhere, or we just saw it start?
it kind of like comes in and then disappears
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Okay.
Um, so so the idea is like that Emma comes in, she's playing with the toy, she like twirls the dress, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Also the picture on the wall, if you notice, is a picture of Emma. Um,
Oh, okay.
but then there's this shadow
Hmm.
that just I was like, oh, thank you.
Hmm. I almost
Um,
the dress was creepier for me.
yeah. Other guests report because it feels like a
That
little
was not like
girl.
a wind of the dress.
No,
That was not
it
like a.
feels it feels like a little girl came in and is like pulling on this dress, like thinks it's so pretty. Ugh.
Hmm.
Um, Other guests report feeling being pinched or bumped into, as well as breezes on the backs of their necks in the rooms where Emma is most active. Emma is generally regarded as a playful spirit, just a child enjoying her stay at the hotel. However, the other spirits in the hotel, including that of Wilhelm Faust himself, are said to be dark and unhappy, especially on the unfinished side of the hotel. So you can
Good.
stay
I'm glad you're unhappy.
you can stay at the hotel, and there are like rooms that have been like refinished. And they on the hotel's website they'll show you before and after pictures of those rooms, but then there is one side of the hotel where they changed nothing, and that's the most active side of the hotel.
Do people stay
um
over there?
mhm. You can. They have several disclaimers on their website that it is the most active part of the hotel, and also that there is no air conditioning or
I was gonna
heat,
say, like, is there
because
plumbing?
yes, they don't disclaim that there's not, but they'll say like, please don't come here and get fucking hot as hell and then complain to us about it because we told you. um but Aaron and Jim don't mind any of the spirits,
And
so they like it there.
good.
um could not be me,
Mm-mm.
could not. Yeah, I think so. I saw um Watcher, who used to be BuzzFeed Unsolved. They have a YouTube channel where they have a show called Ghost Files, and they went to the Magnolia Hotel. Um, it's like, I think they say it's like the most haunted hotel in Texas, and they stay there for the night, and they're like talking about everything, and so like they're talking about Emma, and I think that like what intrigued me was like the fact that she did not die there, but
Mhm.
and really like didn't have anything to do with there,
Mhm.
like, but that her spirit is attached there, and that
Mhm.
like she's the only nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? But like, are there any weird things that the bad ghosts do?
Um
Like,
let me read you this
did they hurt people?
let me read you this review of the hotel. So this person like basically like wanted to do their own like ghost hunting experience, and they went to the hotel to do it. um and so they like, talk about like the history of the hotel in their blog post, and like basically that they brought like all this like ghost hunting equipment, and that um it says like the ghosts were like talking through them. It says like one thing, she announced that this thing was coming closer to us, so I took out my camera and tried to capture it. Um, and when I was trying to take a picture, a light orb flew at me. And then we took a break. And when we looked back at their live pictures, there was like a really like weird picture that came up. And they captured this video of um somebody that wasn't with them saying get off it, and then um they had left their like rim pods, and they had to go back for them, and they were in the unfinished side of the hotel, and the people who went back to get them took a video as they were walking through, and in the video a voice says leave.
We're working on that.
Yeah, like we're absolutely going to.
Yeah,
um
don't worry.
so they like listened to the videos over and over again, and they were like, this is awful. They said, my opinion is that there are no kids in that place, at least not on the side of the hotel we stayed. I will say Emma is on the other side.
Hmm.
um Whatever is in there is dark and not happy, and it's probably getting angrier. I will say there's a sign on the door warning people that there is a heavy spirit, but I do know that 100% the Magnolia Hotel is absolutely haunted. So
Scary.
that's like the main post I saw about like them being regarded as dark spirits, but then like they also said like there is signage at the
Yeah.
hotel that
Yeah.
says there are dark spirits. Um but Emma is not one of them. She's a sweet girl.
Sweet girl.
Um yeah, I did not like that video.
No.
But that's all.
Ah!
Any other
Yeah.
questions for me?
No.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's
Mhm.
so fucking like not that I love that Emma's dead, or I mean she would be dead anyway, but that she was murdered. But I just love that this man just was like so fucking stupid. He
He's
didn't
so
even
sure of
like.
himself.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even like. That's not the size of my
And you couldn't wait
grown woman
until
wife.
your wife was back at the home that y'all share,
Well, I mean, he probably. I
where
don't know
there's
if he
no
just like
chance of you killing a
thought.
12-year-old?
Yeah, I don't know if he just like thought there would be other suspects if he did it in someone else's house. But
He
like,
didn't care that if there were other suspects. He said, "I don't give a
yeah,
fuck that you're
but
dying."
like, even if it was your wife on the floor, like, what if Emma had woken up? What if she
Right.
had been awake? Like, you had to know, like, it was a possibility you might have to kill this little girl.
Well, and I saw that the way he found out it was Emma is because Helena heard it, sat
Yeah,
up, and screamed.
yeah.
And then he's like, "Fuck, that's my wife."
Mhm.
So to your point, she probably would have heard
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all.
good work,
Thanks for
our
listening. Sweet
bonus
dreams.
episode queen.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.